Prediction markets are here to stay. And what I'm about to show you is a very simple hack to make millions of dollars utilizing very minimal capital. Now, on my YouTube channel, I had a challenge to turn $2 into $2 million. And so far, everything is panning out as it's supposed to. As you can see, if you go to my Polymarket account, 5 days ago, I literally joined Polymarkets 5 days ago, as you can see, and I started with $2. Now take a look at my portfolio as of now. It's really multiplied by a whole lot. Now, can you imagine turning $2 into 425 in like literally less than 5 days? So if you take a look at the bet that I have, right, we are up by about 64%. So basically I'm betting for the price, or rather I am predicting that the price of Bitcoin is going to drop below 90,087 in about 6 hours, because I'm using the daily wager that we have. So this is one of the reasons why, you know, the shares that I got here are improving and increasing in value. So literally my entrance was around 48.8 cents per share, and my total investments was around $358. So right now the value has increased and it keeps on increasing. So obviously, in order for you to sort of participate and take advantage of this particular opportunity that you have, right, especially when it comes to prediction markets, you have to understand the rules of the game, and you also have to figure out which niche you're going to be utilizing. Personally, I am betting on Bitcoin, Ethereum, mostly Bitcoin, because I know it's very hard to manipulate Bitcoin, and it's very difficult for, you know, like a third party or just like a group of individuals to sort of just get their way around manipulating the price for like a prolonged period of time. So there's very little insider knowledge. Yes, I understand there's a lot of whales, there's a lot of big VCs out there, but you know, it is very easy for you to use technical analysis to have an edge, a mathematical advantage, and just basically be able to predict right. So if you take a look at my portfolio, if you look at my activity, and so right now this is the current position that I have. If you look at the activities in the past, so let's look at the closed positions. So I've actually won quite a number of them. You know, I've actually won 90% of my trades. I've only lost one trade so far in the past 5 days. And if you take a look at this, I've had 5 predictions. So I have been able to predict correctly each and every day. So now based on this, right, and right now it looks like our prediction is going very well. Yeah, so we are up, even though a lot of people are still believing that the price of Bitcoin is going to go up. I don't really see a very huge discrepancy, because each share right now should be around 65 cents per share. Sorry, I divert, because you know, like, I'm doing this for real. So I'm looking at the stats and the charts right now. So if you take a look at the price of each share right now, it's around 59, which is very good. I really do not understand why people think the price is going to close above 90,000. So this is very easy money for me to sort of get, and this is one of the reasons why I'm doing this on a daily basis. So anyhow, before I forget my thoughts, what I was trying to get at is, look, in order for you to make millions and millions of dollars, right, you have to be an expert in whatever niche you are trying to participate in. And this is one of the reasons why I chose amongst all the niches. You know, if you go to Polymarket, there's quite a number of niches. There's politics, there's sports, there's finance, there's crypto, there's geopolitics, and so on and so forth. Personally, for the past 10 years, if you go to my YouTube channel, I've been doing cryptocurrency for the past 10 years plus. So I've got like over a decade of experience, and this is one of the reasons why trading and just predicting on daily closes is going to be very natural for me. So rule number 1, pick a niche that you think you are going to be very comfortable with, and a niche that cannot be easily manipulated and prone to volatility. Let's say, for example, you are betting on Elon Musk tweeting a certain number of tweets, right? That's very hard to predetermine, and it can easily be swayed by a lot of other factors. Maybe Elon Musk has got another group of people in his circle who wants to win and just bet against anybody. They can just literally change or alter the outcome of that particular prediction. And this is one of the reasons why I go for assets that are sort of fixed, assets that are easily calculated, and the prediction can be based on mathematics and a whole lot of different things. And this is one of the reasons why, since I have been in crypto for over a decade, I've been giving you predictions for free. Can you imagine? This is the only time that I'm going to be able to be paid to give you accurate prediction. I remember 8 years ago, I predicted that Binance was going to be one of the top coins, so Binance was around $2.66. I gave you the prediction that Binance was going to be an outstanding project. This was going to be this gigantic type of platform, and guess what happened? Take a look at the price of Binance right now. So what I'm trying to say is, this is what I've been doing for the past decade without even getting paid. Now that I have incentives to do this and get paid, especially in different time intervals, I'm definitely going to be doing that. So take a look at this, 893, and then the previous all-time high of Binance was literally around 1,369. By the way, when I was talking about this, because I participated in the ICO of Binance, the price of Binance was like literally 10 cents. 10 cents. I remember I got in under a cent. And take a look at the performance of BNB. And this is one of the solid reasons why I am going for a niche that I typically and naturally understand, because I've put in a lot of hours, I've put in a lot of effort, and there's a lot of man hours that I've put in order for me to become an expert. But anyhow, in case you guys really want to benefit off of the prediction markets, you have to be part of a group. You see, I have a Polymarket Bitcoin up and down prediction group, where we sort of give you daily predictions on what the price is going to be. So if you take a look at the different categories of crypto, we are mostly focused on BTC, and we are dealing with the 4-hourly and the daily time frames. So the 4-hourly and the daily time frames usually give us enough leg room to get it right, because when you see how these shares are sort of set up, it's easy for you to have a break even if you're getting your prediction wrong, because we do have strategies, tips that we use in order for us not to make any loss. And this is one of the reasons why you have seen my portfolio move from around $2 to about 425 in less than 5 days. Okay, so now if we compound this type of growth, of course I'm not always going to have a winning streak. There's going to be days where I get it wrong, and this is one of the reasons why I do have strategies, and I do have market momentum indicators and strategies and tips and tricks that will help me to avoid getting into bad predictions, because I've been doing this for like a decade. And this is one of the reasons why, for example, like right now I'm expecting the price to go back to at least 84,000. So if you know that the price is going to at least drop to 84,000, right, how would you play the markets? Wouldn't you just be betting on the price to go lower? And this is one of the reasons why on face value it sounds like a very easy job, just bet on the price going lower. But there are tips, tricks, hacks, and all these things that you need to take account of, especially when you are using the different time frames. If you're going to be on the 15 minutes or the 1 hourly or the 4 hourly, you have to implement certain strategies. And And these are the things that I usually do, you know. So this is one of the reasons why you have to check out the link in the description. So the group is actually called nas.io/cryptohype/community. Just check out this link, and it's going to be on the pinned comment or in the description. So once you get to do that, you're going to have like free access to all these predictions. It's going to be very easy for you to flip and be able to multiply your money. So anyhow, let's take a look at how easy it is for you to compound even a $2. So right now what we're looking at is the compound calculator. So let's say, for example, we wanted to get our compounding interest over a period of about 2 months at a rate of 80%. So right now I'm getting 100% on a daily basis. If you go to my PNL, let's go back to my PNL. Let me use this one. We go to my account, and then we look at the closed ones. So on average I'm getting 122. So yesterday I got about 90%. So let's just use this as a worst case scenario, 90%, right? Let's go back to our compounding interest. We say 90% on a daily basis. This is going to be monthly. And what's the frequency? How long is it going to take? And then let's just use $2. Let's daily compound $2 at 90%. How much are we going to be able to have? So let's do it for 3 months. How much money are we going to have if we compound $2 on a daily percent for 3 months? So if you compound, this is what you are going to be able to let me see, interest rate monthly, $2 initial value, 3 months deposit. So initial balance, total interest, 90% compounded yearly, 2 months. Is this doesn't look right? So let me see, what do we have now? This shouldn't be right. Where am I getting it wrong? But anyhow, okay, let's put a $20 and interest rate. Oh, okay, I get it. I understand where we went wrong. So we are compounding daily, not monthly. So let's put it on a daily compounding aggregate for 3 months. So what happens if you compound $2 every day for 3 months? So yeah, then this should be about right. So if you compound daily $2, at the end of 3 months, you're going to be able to get 45,000 US dollars. However, you see, when it comes to the markets, it's not every day that we're going to be betting on the markets, because there are some days which are off limits, especially when you are having doji candles. Doji candles are going to mess you up. And this is one of the reasons why you cannot bet when the markets are indecisive. Okay, so wait for clarity. For example, I didn't take these bets this day and that day because the markets were so volatile. These days I was pushing towards the upside. You know, it could have been easy for me to sort of pick on a particular direction. So understanding when to bet, when to place a prediction, and when to avoid it is going to give you a lot of opportunities. All right. Let's consider the fact that we do not end up trading every day because we are avoiding those indecisive moments. Let's just put it at 2 months. How much are we going to make if we are only trading 60 days out of the 90 days? Because the other 30 days, they are very bad trading days and you just basically avoid. How much money are you going to be able to make? So from a $2, you are able to sort of daily compound it and earn 1,610. That is if you make a 90% per day and your initial investment was around $2. That's what you're going to get. So either ways, this is not really bad if you're very good at what you're doing. And moreover, with Polygon, right, they have very low transactions, and it's very possible for you to start with a very, very little amounts of money. All right, so now let's pick $200. Let's say you've got $1,000 to work with and you're going to be getting 90%. How much money are you going to be able to make after 2 months. Can you imagine? You can make literally 805,000 US dollars if you are getting it right for 60 days, 60 straight days. All you have to do is pick the most sure short when the markets have decided to give you a direction. So now take a look at how easy I am. Like right now, I'm pretty chilled. I'm not even anxious. And look at the trade that I took. So if you look at my position, my active position right over here, it's sort of doing very well right now. It's doing very well. You know, my shares have gone up by about 20 cents. My average entry was around 48. It's going very well. Okay, and I know for a fact in 4 hours the downtrend would have been way much more blatant and a lot of people would have been FOMOing, because right now a lot of people still think it's going to go up. So like I'm telling you, there is a formula to this. So as soon as the time is up, I'm going to be able to like double this amount of money. So from $2, I'm going to have now $700 that I'm going to be able to play with. So $700. Okay, and let's say I do this consistently for about the next 60 days. Okay, and this is the amount of money that I'm going to have, like literally close to like $500,000 if I get it right. Now the bad part about compounding is if you get it wrong, you lose your whole entire balance. Let's say for example today I get it wrong, right, and I end up losing my 440. It means I have to start from zero. And this is one of the reasons why in our group we talk about risk management, position sizing. You see, in the beginning I had to be aggressive. I had to go hard with the $2 because I wanted to quickly have like a bigger portfolio so that the compounding can make sense. But once I get to a particular threshold, right, let's say for example when I get to 700, I double it, it becomes 1,400. When I reach 1,400, I will downsize my trading portfolio. I'm going to be trading with $400. Okay, I keep the $1,000 in case I get the prediction wrong. I can always get back in the game. You understand? So when it comes to prediction markets, it's all about understanding the strategy, having good composure, understanding the markets, market reversals, and trend initiation, if I can put it that way. So if you guys are going to be good at these things, you're going to do very well. Now take a look at this. You are seeing me win right in front of your eyes. Look at the way the money is compounding. It's really going crazy and the shares are increasing. You see, if I knew this a couple of months ago, I would have been going crazy because all I do is predict. My predictions are accurate from time immemorial, and this is one of the reasons why I'm saying, look, if you want to get value from me, join my Polymarket prediction and you are going to be able to get all this knowledge for free. Okay, so once you sort of get a heads up from us, you can be able to like understand your position sizing and everything that you need to do. So basically that is how you make millions of dollars from prediction markets, because prediction markets are here to stay. Prediction markets are going to make you a millionaire. You need to understand the game. You need to have a blueprint. You need to have a hack, which I just gave you, and this is going to keep you afloat. Now take a look at this dump. You know, I saw this coming and I knew this was going to happen. So what's going to happen now that we've sort of we're done with this up and down, right? The downtrend is becoming pronounced. Okay, when the downtrend is pronounced, what we need to do therefore is we get a little bit aggressive. Okay, so on the daily time frame, we already have our wager. We're doing very well. So in order for us to make the most out of it, we can even go to the short time frames. So if you go to the 1 hour time frame, let's see what price we need to beat. So in about 1 hour, the price needs to beat 89,853. So now we have to do our calculations. So if you look at 89,853, This is a very dicey one, but what you can do is you just trade the volatility of the shares. Okay, whenever the down shares become very cheap, okay, let's say for example the down shares go to about 15 cents, you get in. You do not need to wait for the timer to sort of be up in order for you to sell. That's the goodness of Polymarket. It doesn't need to sort of come to zero. That's when you get your money. You can always sell. You can sell whenever and wherever. And this is one of the reasons why this is such an amazing tool. I kid you not. Anyhow, if you guys are interested in more tips and tricks as far as prediction markets are concerned, please have a blueprint. Mathematics, probability, and just basically other indicators are going to definitely help you out a lot. So yeah, that's all I had for you. It's been your boy Crypto Hype, aka the Prediction Guru. Talk to you a little bit later. Subscribe and make sure to be part of our trading group, especially when it comes to Polymarket predictions. Whew, can't even talk, man. I'm just having so much fun doing what I have to do, man. So yeah, see you.